Module 8 focuses on a very, very important topic, job shadowing and internships. And I know as FFA advisors, we haven't always taken the time to cultivate partnerships with our community leaders and to provide job shadowing and internship opportunities for our students. But it's really, really important that we take time to learn about the steps involved in creating these opportunities for students and to maybe incorporate some of the things that we're going to share with you in this module. So the presenter for this module is Jasmine Flores, and she talks about what job shadowing is and what internships are. She also talks about how you can make those connections with your community so that you can cultivate relationships and perhaps allow students to spend the day riding along with a crop advisor or possibly doing a summer internship to gain some work experience hours. But she totally explains what job shadowing is and internship opportunities. She also takes time to explain other career development activities such as career fairs and college fairs. The chapter spotlight for this module is done at Atwater FFA chapter, and they have an activity that's called Job Shadowing Day. And in this chapter spotlight, they talk about the Job Shadowing Day, explain how they were able to set it up. They talk about the steps necessary for placement at different job sites, how to connect with potential employers, and complete all the necessary liability forms. But this module will hopefully give you the information that you'll need to encourage students to reach out and complete job shadowing activities and continue to build on their social competence and help prepare them to go from school to career.
Hello everyone, welcome to module number 8, job shadowing and internships. Here are the module objectives that we're hopefully going to be able to expand on as we go throughout this module. So objective number 1, explore soft skills associated with job shadowing and internships. Module objective number 2, describe the 4 areas of job shadowing and internships. And lastly, module objective number 3, explore the opportunities associated with students participating in Job Shadow Day and getting career experience. Now we're going to dive into the philosophy or the why behind this module. Job shadowing and internship experiences build self-confidence and assist students in developing educational plans and career goals. Now we're going to look at the standards that we've chosen to highlight in this module, starting off with the soft skill standard, which is self-confidence, and diving deeper into the CRP standards, which we've selected as CRP standard number 1, act as a responsible and contributing citizen and employee. CRP standard number 3, attend to personal health and financial well-being. And lastly, CRP standard number 10, plan education and career paths aligned to personal goals. Focus areas. There are 4 main focus areas that we're going to look at as we dive into this module and as we enhance the opportunities that are available for students within job shadowing and internships. It's broken down into these 4 categories. Category number 1, job shadow. Category number 2, internships. Category number 3, industry tours. And category number 4, college and career fairs. Starting off with job shadow. Job shadowing is an experience that allows students to grow in their confidence, network, explore career pathways, and gain hands-on experience. So job shadow is typically done in the earlier months of the year, so normally around February or March. Job Shadow Day has been adopted by some agriculture teachers in California, where they can network with certain individuals, whether that's in agriculture, outside of agriculture, and they connect a student with that industry professional, and that student is able to shadow them for an entire workday, which is an incredible opportunity for students to see what it looks like in the career path that they're interested in. They can network with the person that they're talking with for that day, and they can later relate that experience into their own career goal or their own personal goals. So, for example, on the right, Mr. Michael Bray of Atwater FFA, he was able to job shadow Secretary of Agriculture here in California, Karen Ross, and he's been able to talk with Karen Ross when he needs something. He has her email. She was super transparent with him. So that is a connection that he's going to remember, and that has a lasting impact on Michael Bray. He's able to take that connection back with him and use that networking ability that he had with Secretary Ross and put that in his tool belt for future reference. So that's just an example of what networking can do for a student if job shadowing were to be implemented within your chapter. It's definitely something that's malleable. You can make it fit your chapter however you want, but if this is a unique opportunity that, if brought available to students, would be a great networking, great self-confidence tool, and a great way to figure out if they're on the right track for their career goals and what they see best fits with what they want to do when their time is over in the blue jacket. Now we're going to look at internships. Internships are unique to every chapter in school. Students can take advantage of internships during the summer or during the year. Internships are different in the sense that students are very busy in high school, whether they be taking part in FFA activities, or maybe they're in ASB/leadership, maybe they're in sports or they're in band. Students oftentimes in high school are involved in so many different areas that it can sometimes be hard to get a full-time job or even a part-time job. So internships allow students to still gain that experience, to still understand the inner workings of having work experience in the real world application, but maybe they take that opportunity during the summer. Say, for example, you have a CDE team and you want them to be practicing over the summer. You want them to still gain experience. They're also interested. If you have an agronomy CDE team, maybe there's a local farmer who can teach them about insects, and they can have that internship over the summer where they're learning about insects and weed identification, and they're then able to apply those real world practical applications that they learned in their internship directly into their CDE team. So those are just some ideas of, or maybe a unique opportunity for students to get an internship over the summer, or maybe even throughout the year if they have the time. And then they're going to be able to transfer those skills throughout the rest of their high school career and still get that real world application going. So those are just some ideas, or maybe some different things to be thinking about when internships arise for your students. Now we're going to dive into industry tours. Implementing industry tours allows students to see what goes into certain areas of agriculture and opens up doors for students as well as teachers. Industry tours can be local trips, long distance destinations, virtual experiences, or even videotape sessions that is then shown to students. Industry tours are a great way for students to see the inside workings of an agricultural industry sector. If you were to take the local trip example, you can call up a local farmer, grower, rancher in your area, ask them if they're available for a day for your students to come out and visit them. Chances are they're gonna say yes, and you'll be able to show your students what an agriculture sector has to offer. For example, if you have a local cotton farmer, you can ask them, are you available for the day? We'd love to see what you have or what goes on in the cotton industry. The students can see firsthand what happens when you harvest the cotton, what it looks like when the plants are in the field, how then the cotton goes from in the field to into the cotton modules. They are then sent off to be graded and to become byproducts. Those are real world applications, but they're also agricultural knowledge that students can gain first-hand experience and see with their own eyes the value of the agricultural industry, which is a crucial part to our organization. And industry tours also allow them to open up the doors for what it could look like when they're building out their own career plan, because they have that knowledge firsthand. They were able to ask questions to that local farmer, grower, or industry professional that they're then meeting. So these are just some things to be thinking about. Industry tours are a great tool for you to have as a teacher, as well as for students to gain. These are awesome opportunities that can be done in person or even in a virtual setting, if you wanted to videotape a industry tour where there's questions being asked, display it for your students, they're able to take notes. Also a tremendous opportunity for students to still see and understand the inner workings of agriculture and continuously grow in their self-confidence. Now we're going to segue into career fairs. A great way to network and visit with professionals is through career fairs and expos. Whether it be Ag Expo here in California that's held in Tulare, state conference career shows, the National FFA Convention, or a career fair run by your school. Career goals are valuable. Career fairs are a really unique way for students to see while they're in high school what's available for them outside of their 4 years within high school. What's available and what does life look like when they're done being an FFA member? There's different opportunities for career fairs. Maybe encouraging your students to make a business card and start the process of handing out their business card to industry professionals and career fair expositions, teaching them the value of a handshake, saying your name, growing in self-confidence to put yourself out there. Starting that networking at an early age in high school is going to help them be more equipped when they enter college and higher education, or if they enter the workforce directly out of high school. Knowing that social confidence within themselves and networking at a career fair is a great way for them to have a resume done, business cards built, networking ability, and the self-confidence to communicate their values to an employer or to a possible higher ed opportunity outside of high school. This is a great way for students to get that networking in. And now we're going to look at college fairs. Students can attend college fairs to expand their confidence in higher education, trade school, or life after the Blue Jacket. College fairs happen here in California in a multitude of different ways. College fairs happen at local high school campuses, they happen at convention centers, they happen at our state FFA convention. It's definitely not one size fits all. You can see what college fairs are available in your area or what opportunities are available for students to see what life can look like in higher education. Maybe they never thought about higher education prior to the FFA organization. But if students take advantage of attending a college fair or asking questions about college, or if they want to go to a trade school and they're not sure where to start out, college fairs or being connected to people in trade school areas is essential for students to be able to ask those questions to someone who knows the answers, and then they can evaluate their personal goals outside of that. So being able to expand their knowledge in a career fair or trade school setting is so important for students because we're equipping them with incredible tools, incredible self-confidence here in high school, but we're all about creating the high school experience so that they can take these tools and directly transfer those into their life outside of high school. And college, trade school conversations, sitting down and figuring out how they can apply themselves, what financial obligations are they going to have, what opportunities they can have to alleviate some of that financial obligation is incredibly essential for student growth, student confidence, and for student success outside of the Blue Jacket. And now, as we wrap this all up, we have the tools designed for our job shadowing and internships. We're going to take a look at Atwater FFA with Mrs. Kim Mesa and see how she implements a job shadow day with her Atwater FFA students and what the value is of getting students career experience, firsthand knowledge, and how she does it year after year.
Hi, my name is Kim Mesa, and I'm a high school teacher at Atwater High School. And I got started with the Job Shadow Day, a few years ago. And I actually worked with Lori Marchi from Modesto Junior College to implement the program here with my senior agriculture economics, agriculture government class. All of my students have the opportunity to participate in the Job Shadow Day, even if they are not going into an agriculture related field. So a lot of my students are looking to go into the medical field or the criminal justice field, and those students are also able to participate in the Job Shadow Day and see what a future career would look like for them. My students have gained a lot from this experience, and I have students come back and say that it was the best experience that they've had and that they didn't really know what a typical day in that job field would look like. Even students who were interested in going into the teaching field said that they didn't realize how much extra things that teachers did. So it's a big eye-opener for a lot of my students, and they either are super passionate about that career field after they participate in the Job Shadow Day, or they're like, I figured out that's not for me. And I think that that's just as valuable as enjoying the Job Shadow Day and loving it, because now they're going to go to college and they're going to find something else that they're passionate about. And that was all thanks to something that got started in high school.